What's going on here in the NFL? First of all, Everson Griffin, big defensive end for the Vikings. Great. They already lose Smith. They already lose another top of the line linebacker that they have for the last 4 seasons, and now they here losing over contract negotiations, losing Everson Griffin from the Vikings. Eric Ebron is signing with the Steelers over Vance McDonald. Having some pretty alright seasons with the Steelers. Yeah, sorry about that. Still, though, shocked Eric Ebron over the past 2 seasons have been productive over Jacoby Brissett and pretty much the excelling Marlon Mack, T.Y. Hilton, in a pretty decent. I'm not getting much off Pascal or anybody else. I'm shocked that they lose such a young player to a 2-year contract for the Pittsburgh Steelers for $12 million. Melvin Gordon goes to the Broncos. Even though I think they should stick with their young I think their third-year running back now, Royce Freeman, that they got from Oregon, that hasn't been a bad two-way rotation. One of the most positive parts of the running game, but obviously no results. It's obvious no results for any part for the Colts. I mean, no, for the Broncos. They haven't run the ball as smoothly as you can, especially for an AFC South team. And this is a big signing, thanks to Chargers is one of the Broncos' most popular, more notable rivals next to the Raiders, Chiefs, plus their division, plus they're in the same division, so it's going to count for something. I mean, you lose. I mean, Philip Rivers loses a young, up-and-going tight end out of Eric Ebron, and Melvin Gordon goes up to a rivalry team. Pete signs a 5-year deal. And thinks you need more notable linemen, even though I felt like sometimes on play action that the Saints like going for, I just thought it was weak that you just sign one lineman. Next up on the news, we also have Jameis Winston less likely to even get signed by the Patriots after losing Tom Brady to the Bucs. I don't even know how Winston's going to deal after his rookie contract went out. Because I don't know how Winston's going to do. Obviously, I think Tampa Bay has less confidence on him than usual. There's a lot of stuff to grasp over that, but I need to go over this rapid fire. Colt McCoy goes to the Giants. Obviously, for a veteran second string, did mediocre, to say the least, the time he was in Cleveland. Barely passing above at least 1,000. He's been inconsistent and threw a lot of picks. So the time when they were in I mean Washington. It's been tough. Case Keenum even had to play better than him at times, and that didn't even work. I think they went 3 and something. They only won like a few games with before Dwayne Haskins started playing and been more productive than him like in the latter half of the second half of the season. So that's technically it. There's not that many transactions, other than the Cowboys losing most of their defensive secondary. Oh yeah, I forgot how big this is. Because Darius Slay goes to the Eagles after the worst few years in Detroit Lions, when he's the most positive and most notable person next to Kerryon Johnson and Matthew Stafford, overpaid ass Matthew Stafford. Good on my fantasy team, but no good in the regular season. Matthew Stafford won't win a playoff game. Matthew Stafford, it's just done. It's just done at that point. And now, sorry, I'm coming up really sweaty. It just came off of the room, and it's hot. Snow like homework around the place. It's not safe to this NFL offseason. A lot of moves are happening. Obviously, Jameis Winston, we don't even know what's going to happen to him. Don't know how the Chargers are going to retaliate, except probably seeing their best running back leave, their Hall of Fame quarterback leave, and all they have is probably sticking with Justin Herbert, getting some rookie receiver, probably focusing on that linebacking depth again, and practically getting another lineman. I have no faith on the Chargers. I want to get more onto the 49ers picks, but all they did was DeForest Buckner is gone, and oh my god, just lose DeForest Buckner. And still on the information that's going to be pretty quick, because the spring is like rapid fire, while the summer you'll get these low cost signings. And plus, some guys would be cut anyway. So practically the only guy that's probably up to the works is not even going to be your number one receiver at this uh, case, because Emmanuel Sanders didn't pick up. The pace has mainly been our young rotation in the receiving core. And we've lost Marquise Goodwin for the latter half of the season after an injury. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't even know why we should need Emmanuel Sanders while Dez Bryant is still available. But the only problem is cancer, and we're not trying to be a cancer organization over the past couple of years, the Colin Kaepernick's and all this other stuff of Jed York trying to think he's Jimmy Garoppolo got us through all this. We're going the same record as we did last year. This is my doing. This is why. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, where you going, Coach? Where you go? That's how it feels. Don't get me wrong. Jed York is still a douche. I'm just happy we made it to a Super Bowl. I'm just shocked over this offseason. Now we have to play it smart and see what we can do over. We missed out on some top of the. Let's see if we can get the receivers from the Jets. Even though I'm missing out on Robbie Anderson from the New York Jets. That's probably not going to be re-signed, especially over most of the controversy the Jets had last season. So, yeah, that's practically my update for March 20th, 2020, the NFL off-season free agency. If there's going to be more, I'll update you as quick as possible. I'm busy at the moment, but I'll make sure I will be remaining consistent as possible over this tough time that we have over the pandemic. And that shit that I hear from Italy is pretty rough. So anything that comes to pass, just know I hope everybody's staying safe, healthy, and keeping their hands clean. So at that point in time, hope you like this take on this update and news on the NFL free agency. So that's it coming for me. Hope for the draft, or anybody alive at that case for the draft. But that's it.